And it's finally here, the much anticipated Joy FM 90s Jam, the first official party in the year 2020. Stay with me. I have details and more here on the Midday News. I am Emefa Apawu. In our very first story, football lovers have been weighing in on the dissolution of the technical team of the Black Stars as Kwesi Appiah's contract expires. The country's football governing body yesterday dissolved technical staff of all the national teams, effectively leaving the 59-year-old Appiah without a job with the Black Stars. It is thought to be part of plans by the new administration to streamline Ghana's football and bring back the love. While some fans believe Kwesi Appiah did not do enough to keep the top job, others credit him with unearthing new talents for the teams.
The reason why Kwesi Appiah was brought has not been achieved. We went to the AFCON and we couldn't perform. People thought the AFCON was an opportunity for us to win another trophy over after we've not been able to do so in many years. But he came on board and we went there and we performed, in my opinion, abysmal. And the objective why he was brought was not achieved.
As for sacking Kwesi Appiah, I think it's not good because we have many coaches have been coached Ghana Black Stars, but no trophy.
Personally, I think it's good decision. His performance is bad, awful.
What were you expecting him to do that he didn't do? For which reason you think he should have been sacked?
At times, like he changes and that when he's on the field, when he's coaching, he will qualify the team all right. But when you go to tournament, they don't have a tournament strategy.
Kwesi Appiah, he has been selfish with the players, selection of the players. I think some of them, the time that he have to let them come to bench, he will still allow them to play. I think it wasn't fair with Asamajan, with the captainship and all these things. We brought him in so that we can win the cup, but at the end of it, we didn't see anything.
And now the search is on who would become the next Black Stars coach, another local or foreign person. Listen to what these fans had to say.
The next coach should be able to put up a team that can win games, be good at penalties. You know, penalties is one of our weaknesses as Ghanaian team, and they should be able to fix those little hitches in the team. Who should be the next Black Stars coach? I think it should still be a local coach. In the past, we've spent money on foreign coaches, and they also didn't bring us any.
I think local coach can do better. Even though when you check the history, you see that the foreigners have tried more than the local. But I think we should go in for the local again and see what we'll get.
So if you go and take another foreign coach to Ghana and the person will come and take a huge amount, then we should manage our local coach so that we can get the profit that the coach will take is still in our country. So we too will get something for Black Stars.
But what do the analysts and pundits see prospects for the team and way forward? Listen to veteran coach Nana Ajiman and Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo.
If there are any surprises, it's the fact that all the technical teams have been dissolved. I think we all knew that the contract for the Ghana Black Stars was not going to be renewed. I think we were all very clear about that. And we were waiting for the news on that towards the end of the year, but nothing came. So surprises with every national team. And I believe it must also include the under-15. Yeah. That's where the biggest surprise is, because the under-15 has only just been put together, okay. And coach has only recently been appointed, and we have a competition that is coming up. So that's the biggest surprise. Really, the Black Stars, we knew the love affair was over. We knew the marriage was over. Mm-hmm. It was just how was it going to end.
You heard their coach, Nana Ajiman. Let's turn our attention away from sports now. Widespread reports of challenges with the Ghana card registration in the Ashanti region have drawn apology from the National Identification Authority. Long queues, stolen equipment amid allegations of extortion by registration officials have characterized the exercise. Listen to a woman summing up the mood of potential applicants in an interaction with the Rastas Asari Donko at one of the centers.
Me buy ya 3 o'clock line yam fan ya adwuma this say enumre 8:30 for na ye do om lie ya adwuma enumre 8:30 no mo number ti ya ba trend ya frɛ ya kura 99.
She came here 3 a.m. but she was not even considered for the first line of service because they are being told there are people who came here 8 p.m. were forming queues as at 8 p.m. yesterday, and they were given numbers. And so they are the ones that they are being served first. She's not sure she's going to register today. Her position is about 90 something.
So you heard my colleague Erastus Asari Donko interacting with a woman in the Ashanti region on the situation. My colleague Ohiming Teria has also been monitoring the situation there and joins us on the line. Ohiming, so what exactly has the NIA boss has been saying about the situation?
Yes, Emefa, Professor Ken Atifa is unhappy that the problem is being created by his staff officers and then some Ghanaians. He says there are staff who demand bribe and exploit the people who have desire to get the Ghana card. This, he says, creates artificial shortage. We can take a listen to him.
The system itself is not slow, but the processes by which we Ghanaians are conducting ourselves, Ghanaians beginning with some of my staff, who, as I hear, are engaging in rent-seeking behavior, creating artificial shortages, demanding bribes, exploiting people's desire to get the card, painful experiences of putting Ghanaians through needless hardship. So people are going to queue, some, I understand, overnight, like from 10 p.m. until the next morning. And when they get there, the disruptive conduct of some of my staff, as well as some prospective applicants or bystanders who go to the centers to create confusion. There is a mix of factors that relate to issues of indiscipline and corruption that are affecting us.
Now, he's also been raising the fact that they've supplied enough equipment to the region. So surprised that this issue is happening. What else has he been telling you about this?
Yes, Professor Atifa is, he says he least expected these challenges that his officials or the NIA registration exercise is going through in the Ashanti region, because the Ashanti region, though is a prosperous region, has seen an increase in equipment and then personnel as well. So he least expected this and wants the region's residents here to support NIA to complete this whole exercise.
The saddest part is also that to date, I have in Ashanti region, and we've gone through the complaints coming from Ashanti region are huge. Yes, this is the most populous region, and you know something, in Ashanti region, we have put about 5,400 machines. By the time we were getting to Ashanti, by a mix of coincidence and other factors, Ashanti region, we were ready to inject over 5,000 machines. We have so many people properly trained to do the work to make the experience much better, much smoother than in any other region. All the other regions, we had about 1050 machines, just 1,050 machines. In Ashanti region, over 5,000. We have opened 833 centers. In all the other regions, we couldn't open a maximum of 350 centers. So this should be a much better, smoother experience.
Well, you heard that Professor Ken Atifa is the NIA boss interacting with my colleague Ohiming Teria. Now, lecturer at the University of Ghana School of Law, Dr. Abdul Basit Bamba, is demanding the revocation of the law creating the OT region. He has cited the Electoral Commission and President Akufo-Addo for constitutional violations and blunders in the creation, saying a constituency can now be found in 2 regions. The OT region was carved out of the existing Volta region in 2018 after a referendum in the area had received massive endorsement. Dr. Bamba, in his article, says the exercise may have been won in futility. My colleague Joseph Akable joins me in the studio with details of an article authored by Dr. Bamba. Joseph, now explain how Dr. Bamba concludes that a constituency now falls in 2 regions.
He first quotes Article 47.2 of Ghana's constitution that states that no constituency shall fall within more than 1 region. He then explains that the Commission of Inquiry that assessed the extent of interest in the creation of OT region recommended that OT region should comprise Biakoye, Jasikan, Krachi West, Kajebi districts, in Kwanta North and South municipalities, and Santrofi, Akpafu, Likpe, and Lolobi traditional areas. Some of these areas, he states, by virtue of a 2012 constitutional instrument, fell within the Hohoe constituency of the Volta region. He concludes that by the inclusion of these traditional areas in the OT region, it now means that the Hohoe constituency straddles or falls within OT and Volta regions, which he says is in contravention of the constitutional provision.
Now, how does he recommend resolution of this legal blunder, like he puts it?
And so 2 things. He wants the president to revoke the OT region instrument 2019, that is constitutional instrument 112, and then restart the entire process towards the creation of the OT region.
Well, we'll get some answers from government on this, but we've been trying to reach the Electoral Commission on this issue.
We have so far not been able to get a comment on this particular article coming from Dr. Bamba.
We're grateful. That's Joseph Akable with details from that article authored by Dr. Bamba. Now, Deputy Tourism Minister Dr. Idi Ziblim has disclosed that government is set to attract $12 billion into the country as investment from the diaspora as part of its Beyond the Return drive. This comes from the heels of criticism that the nation is not doing enough to reap the benefits of the recent attention it is receiving due to the success of its Year of Return program. Speaking to Raymond Akron upfront, Dr. Ziblim explained that government is rolling out a 10-year plan to fully grab the opportunities under the Year of Return program.
The Beyond the Return, the 10-year agenda should give us opportunity to attract a $12 billion economy, and it's continuing, it's building up. So to tap into that, the first point was that. The second point was citizenship. The intent of the president is to at least get close to 500 citizens to our blacks in the black every year. For the next 10 years. Yeah, so that in 10 years you will have gotten 5,000. Exactly. So every year to get 500. So that's the second project. The third project is the diaspora visa, project. It's been difficult, getting visa coming into Ghana. And so we want to come on the back of the Year of Return, see how we can build on really making it easy, especially for the black diaspora. So not all of them can get citizenship, but for those who want to come back and forth, for the processes to make easier for them.
Deputy Tourism Minister Dr. Idi Ziblim. Now, Honorary Vice President of Imani Africa, Bright Simmons, is meanwhile cautioning government against throwing out figures that overestimate the success of the Year of Return campaign.
The argument is that we've had a great PR coup. The PR management of this by deciding to use the Year of Return as an umbrella meta brand, putting in endorsement of events that were going to happen so that there's a consistent thread amongst them, partnering with Full Circle and Essence Magazine. All these were amazing genius moves. The point is that...
And for you yourself, when you stepped out, you saw that there were a lot more people in town. Right?
Well, it depends on where you were in town. So, for instance, if you were in Accra and you saw a lot more people, it doesn't mean that that's not at the expense of some other part of Ghana. That's why you can't use how you feel. You get my point? It could well be that Accra, because we were having large concerts in Accra, people that would ordinarily have gone to Kumasi didn't go. We don't know that. So we have to use aggregate numbers. We have to try and use data mining like he suggested, which is sensible. But the data must be very clear. When analysts question the data because it's unclear and it's not sensible or it's not easy to understand, government should see that as an opportunity to very accurately and very openly try to improve the data. So my argument is this. You had a PR coup. It's like an advertising campaign, a successful advertising campaign. Now, Ghana has, my friend Mumin puts it, top of mind awareness. Yeah. That does not necessarily mean that automatically translates into sales. And the frightening thing was that we were already suggesting that by having done it this year, we've already achieved massive gains.
That's the Vice President of Imani Africa, Bright Simmons. Now, CEO of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Akwesi Agyeman, however, disagrees with him.
Bright, yes, said Ghana is becoming an expensive country if we are saying that the average spend has gone up. But I just also mentioned that the spend could be attributed to the fact that the average number of days stay has gone up from 8 days to 10 days. So I think when we're trying to do these analysis, let's not just pick words, take them out of context. Hold on. Yeah. But I'm saying if somebody comes here and spends 8 days, and now the average stay is 10 days, and we say the average spend is going up, will any analyst first reaction be, then it means that the country could be becoming expensive? If you stay for 2 more days.
You have Akwesi Agyeman, CEO of the Ghana Tourism Authority. We'll take a quick break here on the Midday News. When we return, we're asking how ready you are for the official party of this decade.
It was established established in 1972 as the premier bank for the corporate and private sector in Ghana. From our very beginning, as the only Ghanaian bank serving all categories of businesses, we set a standard for excellence and innovation. Over the past 45 years, we've built a financially healthy and strong bank, demonstrated our commitment to our customers and to growing businesses, and exhibited originality and innovation at every turn. At UMB, our focus is built around people, service, products, and technology. These are the key to our present success and our future triumphs. At UMB, we're poised to make a difference not only with our customers, but also in the banking industry. We invite you to share in our future. Our future starts now with you.
This is the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM, brought to you by UMB Bank, UMB Speed Up, Digibank, Let's Go, and Teleso 4G. Just a touch. Time now for sports. There's a lot of talk about the Black Stars and their coach.
Certainly, and after 2 terms in office, an Africa Cup of Nations semi-final, a round of 16 exit, Kwesi Appiah's tenure with the Black Stars has ended. In a statement released by the Ghana Football Association, the technical teams of all national teams have been ended with immediate effect. And I have been speaking with my colleague Benedict Owusu, and he tells me what he thinks would be happening next.
Months away, which will be a World Cup qualifier. So I think the FA has time to determine the technical direction of the team. Whether an expatriate or a local coach again will definitely be determined by them. So we'll see how it goes.
Kwesi Appiah was not the only victim of this brutal clearouts by the Ghana Football Association. These are the list of affected national team coaches as well. For the Black Stars, yes, Kwesi Appiah head coach, C.K. Akono, who was the assistant coach, Black Meteors, Ibrahim Tanko head coach, Michael Asay assistant coach. For the Black Queens is Mercy Tego, who was the head coach, and Nana Joe Adakwa, who was the assistant. The Black Maidens was Ivan Salote, who was the head coach, Baba Nunu assistant coach. For Black Princesses is Yusuf Basigi, who was the head coach, Mary Dora Zuta, who was the assistant coach. For the Black Satellites, Yao Preko was the head coach, George Lamte was the assistant coach, and for the Black Starlets, it was Karim Zito. So clearly, there's quite a number of people who've lost their jobs in just a split second.
But we don't know who is replacing Kwesi Appiah yet.
Certainly, but we'll be finding out sooner rather than later by the Ghana Football Association.
All right, cool. Thank you for the latest from the world of sports. Now, there are a group of young people using their voices and skill on the instruments to make music that uplifts the spirit and comforts the soul. With the youngest members aged 5 years old and 16th Angelic Choir, an orchestra in the western region city of Takoradi is taking choral and classical music to unimaginable levels. They are believed to be the best group harnessing the potentials of young people in the Owl City and making stars out of them. Komla Adum and Mapitso Sabidi sat through their concert to mark the festivities.
At age 5, I was probably too young to even figure out how not to put my right shoe on my left leg.
I was learning how to string my sentences together. I don't even remember.
Well, for 5 and 6-year-olds who are members of a Takoradi-based 16th Angelic Choir and Orchestra, it is an opportunity to begin a career in music right from the ground up.
Kwesi Ahinkra is music director and conductor.
We have from 6 upwards. You can imagine we have the teens, 12, 18. We have the children's choir and the elders will be around 16.
Formed in August 2013, the interdenominational group has taken on the challenge to nurture young talents in classical and choral music.
The orchestra, coupled with the youth and adult choirs, have held over 15 concerts since they were formed.
Our rounds during the festive period in Takoradi took us to one of their concerts, Wawo Ajinkwa 2019, to wit, The Savior Has Been Born. It is an annual concert held by the choir and orchestra.
President of the group is Joseph Kingsley Amosa.
I did this composition called The Prophecy, and it's a cantata. This is just sacred text mingled with music. So we are trying to retell the birth of Jesus Christ in our own way. It's a full orchestration. I did something for the piano section, the whole orchestra, the choir, and the children's choir.
We're not singers.
Of course not. But we're told the 16th note in music, the quiver, scares musicians a lot.
That inspired the name 16th Angelic Choir. The group says it is motivated to make that which scares musicians easy.
At the 2019 edition of their concerts, the group treated patrons to a repertoire of performances.
This was a different kind of music concert. Young people showing off their mastery of violin, the harp, the flute, and the like.
And of course, listening to the sweet voices.
This patron was as mesmerized as we were.
I'm impressed, I'm perplexed, in fact, I'm beside myself. Because this is a clear definition of what we call singing.
For the musical ear, this was a masterful performance.
This is Ghana's best singing group in Takoradi. You watch the show, you watch the orchestra, you watch the children's choir. There's no other performance that could be compared to what we witnessed here.
Wow, that's so beautiful. But let's stay on music. But we know that journalism is a beautiful profession, one that affects lives. But so is music, a medium that can reach the soul. But one man has decided to combine both. Love FM journalist Kwesi Debra, a lover of country music, has released a 13-track album. Here's one he calls Song of God.
After years in the cradle, I found myself in the same saddle. No, I relish not wells of the wheel, but I'm glad I've again been prophet, my quail.
Son of God, Son of David, I hear your name, I can't see you, I know your person. Along this main road, I'm crying out, but they won't let me. I've been sitting here for so long. Someone will pass and throw me a coin. I wanna work, but I can't see. Oh my Jesus, Son of David, make me whole.
And that's Son of David from my colleague Kwesi Debra. I'm so proud. And he joins us on the line. Should it be El Tov or Kwesi Debra? For the purposes of this discussion. Hello?
Hello?
Kwesi Debra, should I call you El Tov or I should call you Kwesi Debra for this interview?
Oh, for this interview, call me El Tov.
El Tov. So why music, Kwesi?
Yeah, I love composition. Everything which I can compose, everything I can see, I would like to compose it with music. And I think when you're talking about poetry, when everything is composed into music, it's understandable. So for me, people will be able to, because people like music, they'll be able to love if it's poetry or if it's a story, they'll be able to go well with it. So that's why it's all about composition and making everything understand.
So how long did it take for you to put together this track, knowing the pressures of this job?
Yeah, I wrote this as far back as 2014. And those times I was thinking I wasn't having the platform to, as it were, send the song out. So I waited a bit. It was one night I took to write this song, this particular song, Son of David. I took only one night. Something like about 2 hours in one, within kind of one night to write the song. I wrote it, 2014. And
very impressive, though. Is it out now?
What is it?
I'm asking if it's out now.
I can't hear you.
Is it available for everybody to get a copy?
Yes. I launched it as 2 days ago, and now should I say it's on YouTube, and everybody can go there now. And since everything is now on YouTube, you can go to YouTube, and now you're having some on Spotify and also iTunes. So people who are on those platforms can also go there and as a word download.
That's my colleague.
I wanna work that I can see. Oh man, Jesus, Son of David, make me whole.
And we call him El Tov. Kwesi Devra, Love FM's Kwesi Devra there. But it's happening tonight. We are all ready for that biggest party of this year. In just a few hours, we'll all converge at the Silver Star Towers to get the boogie fever all night long. It's the Joy FM 90s Jam. And are you ready? My colleague, Efwa Evans Chinri, joins us live now from the Silver Star Towers. Efwa, how prepared are we for tonight?
Hi, Emefa. We are indeed ready for the biggest party tonight. Preparations are still ongoing. The stage is being set up. The bar where you can get a variety of drinks is almost ready. Everybody out here is busy ensuring tonight turns out perfect for party lovers. But there's been some few changes. The dance floor will be on the other side of the building where people usually sit and relax while they enjoy good music. And the dance floor where we've been boogieing all these years has this amazing setup. People can sit and relax on the mini huts and either chit-chat with friends or enjoy their favorite 90s songs. So we're ready to dance to songs from Salt and Pepper, Next of Buffalo, and some amazing artists who make the 90s so much fun. But there are lots to eat and drink as well. Emefa.
When Efwa Evans Chinri tells you we are ready, we are indeed ready. Tickets still available for 60 Ghana cedis on mobile. You can dial *920*50# on all networks and select buy ticket. Also on myjoyonline.com, you can click on buy ticket. On social media, visit Joy 99.7 FM on Facebook and click on buy ticket. Mapitso Sebedi is here with what's trending on social media. I know you're ready for tonight, but what are people talking about?
All right, well, people are talking about the Hamatan, and Nana Asiedia Jakum says this Hamatan is unusual in Accra. I'm experiencing that of the hinterlands. And at anonymous_44_1 says this hashtag Hamatan, we're wearing tracksuits the whole month, no bathing, we're activating 1 month bundle, hashtag Hamatan. And at Kevin 577 says Nkuto or baby oil is all you need, hashtag Hamatan. And at Omona just says this is the true definition of Hamatan, all lips must dry by force.
Thank you very much for joining us in this edition of Midday News. There's more news when you log on to myjoyonline.com. I am Emefa Apawu.